since Trump boasted that the F47 has been secretly developed by Boeing for years and will soon enter mass production. Only a few concept images from unknown sources have circulated in online communities. Netizens have not even seen a model. The stealth performance of this sixth-generation fighter is so terrifying that it is completely invisible. But that is not all. During his Middle East trip, Trump made bold claims, saying the U.S. will develop the twin-engine F55 because he dislikes single-engine designs. Indeed, the single-engine F-35 saves costs but negatively impacts the fighter's power performance, range, and reliability. Recent crashes further show that under its high price tag, saving one engine's cost is not worthwhile. I think Trump is still being conservative. His use of F47 and F55 surpasses China's J36 and J50 in numbering, but does not create an absolute advantage. I suggest the U.S. military name its sixth-generation fighters F88 and F99 to absolutely dominate Chinese fighters in numbering. Based on China's current military-industrial pace and naming conventions, the U.S. can maintain a numbering advantage over Chinese fighters for the next 20 years. This not only supports MAGA but also keeps America great forever. Compared to America's Phantom sixth-generation fighters, China's Chengdu J36 and Shenyang J50 have been publicly test-flown multiple times, deliberately photographed by netizens, indicating they are nearly finalized and ready for trial production. The J10C, which gained fame in the India-Pakistan conflict, is a relatively low-end fighter in the Chinese Air Force, surpassed by the more advanced J11, J15, J16, J35, and J20. The most advanced J20 has been mass-produced with over 300 units, becoming the world's most numerous twin-engine heavy air superiority fighter. It benchmarks the U.S. F-22 with a stealth design, extensive use of composite materials and stealth coatings, and an internal weapons bay that fully meets fifth-generation requirements. Since the F-22 is out of production and many suppliers have gone bankrupt or ceased operations, its maintenance costs keep rising. The U.S. military relies on the F-35 to maintain air superiority. However, against the J-20, designed specifically for air combat, the F-35's metrics fall short. As the PLA continues to deploy J-20s, U.S. air superiority is at risk. This is why Trump publicly complains about the F-35, and Musk bluntly calls it trash, suggesting more drones would be more reliable. Thus, the current situation demands the U.S. military quickly equip a twin-engine heavy air superiority fighter to replace the F-22 and counter China's soon-to-be-produced J-36 and J-50. China unveiled its sixth-generation stealth fighter during the fiercest moments of the China-U.S. trade and tech wars, essentially warning the U.S. against military adventurism, especially in the Taiwan Strait. China clearly has strong confidence in comprehensive competition with the U.S., with its only concern being U.S. misjudgment leading to war. Hence, China continuously showcases sixth-generation fighters, hypersonic missiles, intercontinental missiles, drones, robot dogs, and other modern combat tools to urge the U.S. military to face reality and cherish peace. The outstanding performance of Chinese weapons in the India-Pakistan air conflict further prompted the West to reassess China's military strength, greatly contributing to world peace. The competition between China and the U.S. is fundamentally a contest of comprehensive national power. The U.S. currently holds advantages over China in the dollar, allies, military, and a few tech sectors. Military power is the foundation of U.S. hegemony, with tech dominance supporting military supremacy. Trump has damaged ally relations, and the dollar's hegemony has trapped the U.S. in the Triffin dilemma due to massive debts. Thus, preserving military and tech dominance is the U.S.'s core task. However, compared to China, the U.S.'s biggest weakness is industrial decline. Long-term deindustrialization turned the U.S. from the world's factory into the world's office. While this earned huge profits and once gave the U.S. a massive tech lead over China, deindustrialization caused a rapid decline in U.S. military industrial capacity. In key sectors like aviation and shipbuilding, the U.S. lags far behind China, and its tech crown jewel, aerospace, faces growing Chinese challenges. After losing its hardware ecosystem, Silicon Valley imported many Indian engineers, leading to a rapid decline in tech dominance. Currently, the U.S. only maintains a lead over China in high-end chips, AI, and a few other areas, with the lead shrinking fast. Even Silicon Valley's tech leaders admit the gap in AI between the two nations is very close. At this critical historical moment, China must maintain strategic composure, avoiding the U.S.'s approach of meddling in other countries' affairs, sowing hatred and war, or deploying massive military forces globally, which burdens finances. China should focus on technological innovation, leveraging its robust industrial system to produce weapons that trouble the U.S., forcing the U.S. to keep up. By using China's talent scale and cost advantages, it can drain U.S. strength, rendering it unable to suppress China. Compared to reviving China through war, tech competition is a better approach. In my view, the sixth-generation fighter's advantage is just the start. China must maintain intense competition with the U.S. in military tech, AI, and aerospace, stripping away all U.S. halos and forcing it to acknowledge China's strength and respect its core interests. Yesterday, a netizen commented on my post, asking if China should be more low-key. In fact, since the Chinese government touted China Manufacturing 2025, China has drawn U.S. attention. Suppressing China has become a U.S. societal consensus, and China long lost the option of keeping a low profile. Now, China-U.S. comprehensive competition is a global consensus. At such a time, all nations face choices, valuing hard power over who is more discreet. Since history demands China step up, why stay low-key?